call them opportunistic omnivores.
，So the two individuals we have here are two of our top deer. We have 6 of them. We also do have the excess deer, but they are a little deeper in. They're a lot more shy. So just about why they're called hog deer, it's not due to their appearance or looks just like any other deer. It's due to their behavior. So in the wild, you would find them within forests containing a lot of water grass. Water grass is very thick, very tall grass. So how they would avoid predators is either by hiding within the grasses, or if they do need to run, they kind of would be about 70 in human years. So she is a grandma. And if you're wondering why she has spots compared to the rest, interestingly, they are born with spots. However, the spots do fade as they get older. But once they reach a certain age, they do tend to reappear. So. This one is a male spiny hill turtle. So they're called spiny hill because when they're newly hatched, they do have spines that go around the circumference of their shell. That's to protect them when they're the most vulnerable to predation, and they lose those spines as they get older. I'll put him down. This is an endemic species. You can find them locally. And why they're called box turtles is because they have this really cool hinge on their plastron, which is the underside of the shell. So see this hinge here? Using that hinge, she can actually close up the front and back half of her shell. So she can fully seal herself up. So I'm not gonna force her to do it, but she can fully close this part. And this yeah. That's why they're called box turtles, because they can box themselves in. So this one is female. It's quite obvious. It's quite easy to tell apart male and female, but yeah, I'll bring up a male if I can. But this is a male. So one really easy way to tell between male and female is by the thickness of their heads. So males have much thicker heads than the female. You can have females that have larger body sizes, but their heads will usually be a lot skinnier.
头比较大的是female，然后小的。
See how thick his head is, see how skinny her head is. Yeah, so once you know what to look out for, it's quite easy to tell them apart. Sorry, I can't let you do that. Another way to tell male and female apart with this species is by the curvature of their plastron. So males will have a concave plastron. See how it's curved? The underside is curved. Females will have a flat plastron. See how it's flat? Yeah. He is a male yellow margin box turtle, so a different species of box turtle. So he also has the hinge here, and see how big his head is compared to his body.
Do they all go in the water even though they don't really like?
I don't know, these guys swim quite well. It's mostly this species that leaf turtle because her shell looks a little bit like a leaf. We call her pancake because of how flat she is. So you were mentioning about, you were asking if any of them fight. So this girl gets bullied by the largest one in there. So the largest one we have is the Malayan flat shell because she also has a pretty flat shell. They use that shell to kind of wedge themselves underneath floating objects. And I have no idea why she doesn't like pancake, but it could be because although she's called flat shell, pancake is a lot flatter, so maybe she's not quite happy about yeah, exactly. So but yeah, those are the only two that kind of have conflict. Yeah, the rest of them kind of just, if they do fight, it's within their own species.
Do you know why? It's just a dominance thing or?
Might be pretty different compared to the male. Quite easy to tell apart just based on the color and the texture of the shell. Alright, so lastly I just want to briefly go over the differences between tortoise turtles and terrapins. The term turtle is actually an umbrella term for the
的样子啊。 really fine.
The cavities too small. Maybe you want to be like